Meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and I want to give you the latest edition of the Carolina weather video. And we're going to spend a lot of time focusing on an area of low pressure that's currently east of the Bahamas. It'll play a part in the weather in a lot of the Carolinas by later in the holiday weekend. Before we get into that, though, let's take a live look from our friends there at Carowinds.com. That's a live look at Carowinds, looking over toward the newly improved Boomerang Bay Water Park area. And it's a pretty quiet start to the day. Temperature 62 there on the south side of Charlotte. Around the region, a lot of 50s on the board early this morning in the mountains. And then, let's go back one panel there. And you get into the Piedmont, a lot of 60s. Same story for a lot of the coast, although it is up to 72 in Myrtle Beach. Now, had an active day yesterday in the plains once again. A lot of severe weather, some tornadic activity, some wind, some hail, some flash flooding issues. And again, the plains, the main area under the gun today. There's today's severe weather outlook. A couple of enhanced risk areas, one in Texas, one up in Kansas, Nebraska, and western Iowa. There's tomorrow's severe weather outlook. Even early this morning, some big thunderstorms rumbling through parts of Nebraska. I should say parts of Iowa, rather, up into Minnesota, moving into Illinois and Missouri. A few areas of rain in parts of Kentucky as a disturbance is rolling eastward. Most of the Carolinas relatively quiet, a few sprinkles in the mountains. But I do think a few isolated showers and thunderstorms will try to pop up during the heating of the day, especially in the foothill areas. Now, let me show you the high-resolution rapid refresh modeling. Again, the best chance of picking up a shower or storm today is going to be in the mountains or the foothills. You get east of there, the chances really taper off. But there might be a couple of resilient showers or storms that try to make it out of the mountains and down into the Piedmont. Your highs today, very warm. Well into the 80s, even again, some folks down toward Columbia and the Sandhills and Raleigh maybe getting right around 90. For the Triad itself, 86 the high today, 65 the low temperature tonight. Now we get on into Friday. Again, tomorrow, a very limited chance of an isolated shower or storm. Highs well into the 80s once again. And here's what we're watching for later in the weekend. A developing area of low pressure well east of the Bahamas, north of Hispaniola. All the models are in agreement that that's going to gradually move to the west-northwest now. And so by Saturday, you're looking at that type of scenario. I do think as you get later into Saturday, you might see some areas of rain and storms with that system moving into the coastal part of the Carolinas back to Charlotte and Greensboro. Saturday is probably dry. It's still quite warm around the region. But a little bit more confidence with this forecast scenario now as you get into Sunday and Monday. It looks like a pretty unsettled go of it with some areas of rain and thunderstorms for Sunday and on into Memorial Day as well. And the GFS model is continuing to be pretty aggressive with rain totals for Sunday and Monday, but the European has come around and is in some better agreement now. Although you certainly have the heaviest rain totals in the eastern Carolinas, it is now on board with that more unsettled scenario for Sunday and lingering into Memorial Day. Now, if you are beach bound, if this thing could become a tropical or a subtropical system, but at this point, I don't think it becomes terribly intense. Let me specifically show you some wind products through the weekend along the coast. And you notice at this point, nothing terribly concerning. The heavier winds offshore, the higher winds offshore, and even that's not overly impressive. It is something we'll keep an eye on. If I had beach plans this weekend, I would not change them at this point. It bears watching. But at this point, I don't think wind or surge or anything like that's going to be a big deal. But there will be areas of rain and storms around. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.